They say business is war, but I never wanted to destroy my enemies. I wanted to make them jealous. Because true victory isn't about crushing competition. It's about creating something so exceptional that even your competitors secretly applaud. Now, let me ask you, when was the last time you built something so beautiful that it silenced the room? Most people chase success like a race. Faster, cheaper, louder. But in luxury, speed kills elegance. You don't chase the market, you seduce it. And that's exactly how I built the world's largest luxury empire. Not by shouting, but by crafting. And in this world of luxury, you don't win by fighting harder. Hey, if you're into real, down-to-earth money talks and mindset shifts that actually teach you something, go ahead and hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, and turn on the notification bell. I've always been competitive, but not in the sense of wanting to destroy my competition. No, I've always wanted to out-create them. You see, competition, for me, has never been about ego, it's about elegance. I want to win beautifully, because when you win beautifully, the world doesn't just respect you, it learns from you. In this video, I'll show you the mindset that turns small, forgotten brands into icons, why creativity is not a hobby, it's a business model, and how excellence, not ego, became the greatest competitive weapon of all. Point 1. Competition is the art of excellence. When I look back, I realize that my true obsession has always been excellence. Not just in design or performance, but in every microscopic detail, from the curve of a bottle to the thread of a handbag. In luxury, competition isn't measured in discounts or speed, it's measured in emotion. Who can make a person feel something extraordinary? Who can make a product feel alive? To compete at that level, you need balance, the perfect marriage between creativity and organization. Creativity gives you imagination. Organization gives you power. One creates dreams, the other brings them to life. If you have only creativity, your ideas drift like clouds. If you have only organization, you become predictable, safe, boring. But when both meet, something magical happens. That's how LVMH was built, not by luck or timing, but by mastering that balance. I've often been told, Bernard, everyone wants to be number one. I smile and say, then they must learn to think differently, because true competition isn't about copying, it's about outthinking. You can imitate a product, but you can never imitate a philosophy. And our philosophy is simple: never chase the competition, make them chase you. Point 2. Creativity is a business model, not an accident. Many people think creativity is a spark of genius that appears randomly. It's not. Creativity is discipline. It's a system, a process of curiosity, patience, and relentless questioning. When I proposed the idea of creating a luxury conglomerate, most experts said, Bernard, this is madness. They told me luxury brands were too proud, too individualistic, too fragile to coexist. But I believed the opposite. I believed that if you could unite diverse talents under one culture of excellence, while allowing them to remain unique, you could multiply creativity, not suffocate it. I often use this analogy: if you play one violin, it's beautiful. But if you bring together 70 violins, each tuned differently, yet playing the same symphony, that's LVMH. Each brand is its own melody. Dior, Fendi, Givenchy, Louis Vuitton, Sephora, but together they form a symphony of excellence. The secret is not control, it's trust. You must give creators space to dream, but also a structure that turns dreams into masterpieces. That's why our business model is not built on chasing profit, but on nurturing imagination, and profit, like a shadow, follows naturally. Point 3. The power of vision, seeing value where others don't. When I joined my family's construction company, I was only 25. My father handed me the reins to something he had built with his own 2 hands. That trust was both terrifying and motivating. I remember standing in the office, looking at those walls of blueprints and concrete models, and thinking, is this all there is? I wanted to create something timeless, not temporary. Buildings crumble, creativity endures. So I began to look for opportunity. not in what existed, but in what could exist. In those days, France was conservative, taking risks was frowned upon, but I've always believed that comfort is the enemy of greatness. So I took our small family firm and moved into real estate, then to the United States, and eventually into luxury. People thought I was crazy. They said, a construction man talking about couture, impossible. But the truth is, innovation always looks like madness until it works. If you're getting value from this message and you want me to continue, like, subscribe, and turn on the notification bell. I drop messages like this every day to build your mindset and finances. Thank you. Let's continue. Point 4. Seeing potential in what others overlook. One of my favorite stories is how I acquired Christian Dior. When I first looked at it, it was struggling, uninspired, quiet, forgotten, but I didn't see failure. I saw potential. Luxury brands are like sleeping beauties. They never die. They only wait for someone to wake them. I saw Dior as that sleeping beauty, and I thought, with the right vision, we can make her dance again. Everyone told me it was a terrible idea. They said, it's outdated, the world has changed. But I've learned that markets can change overnight. Elegance never goes out of style, so we rebuilt Dior, not by imitating others, but by going deeper into what made Dior Dior. We didn't chase trends, we amplified identity. And that's the lesson. True innovation isn't about inventing something new, it's about rediscovering something eternal. Point 5. Quality is the only real marketing. You know, marketing can make a brand visible, but quality makes it unforgettable. At LVMH, our golden rule is simple. If it isn't the best, it doesn't leave the workshop. Whether it's a handbag, a watch, or a bottle of wine, the standard is the same: excellence or nothing. I often say to my teams, don't make products, make legends. Luxury isn't about showing wealth, it's about celebrating craftsmanship. You can buy attention with advertising, but you can't buy respect. Respect comes from doing something so well that the world stops and admires it. And that's why quality is our marketing department. It speaks louder than any campaign ever could. Point 6. Leadership is about trust and fun. If you walk into my office, you'll quickly realize I enjoy what I do. Even as a child, I loved to break rules intelligently, not to cause trouble, but to explore. When I was young, I lived with my grandmother after my grandfather passed. She was kind, wise, and taught me to find joy in small things. That sense of lightness, of play, never left me. Even today, before I walk into a meeting, I tell myself, let's have fun today, because creativity suffocates under fear. It breathes in freedom. Of course, 90% of my meetings are tedious. Budgets, logistics, forecasts. But that remaining 10%, when I sit with designers like Frank Gehry or Karl Lagerfeld, that's when I feel alive. It's like stepping into a storm of imagination. And that's the lesson. A great leader doesn't just manage, he inspires play. He creates an environment where people can dream without fear, yet execute with precision. Point 7. Never stop thinking about the future. My mind is always racing. Even during dinner, I think about what's next, the next decade, the next innovation, the next shift in culture. You cannot lead a company like LVMH by looking at today. You must see tomorrow while everyone else is still waking up. People often ask me, Bernard, what's your secret? It's very simple. I never stop learning. I observe, I read, I travel, I talk to young designers and old craftsmen, because wisdom doesn't only live in experience, it lives in curiosity. The day you stop questioning is the day your empire begins to shrink. So I tell every entrepreneur this: don't just follow the market, shape it. Don't ask what consumers want, show them what they never knew they needed. That's how you stay ahead. That's how you stay relevant. That's how you build the future. So now I ask you, what are you building? Are you building something that imitates, or something that inspires? Are you trying to impress the world, or to elevate it? Because success isn't about being known, it's about being remembered. And here's what I've learned: when you combine creativity with discipline, passion with patience, and vision with courage, you create something that can outlive you. That is what I have tried to do with LVMH. If this video brought you value or stirred something in you, give it a like, subscribe and share it with someone who needs to hear this. Videos like this take weeks of research, writing, and care to create. Don't just watch and go away. Drop your thoughts in the comments section. I'd love to hear what stuck with you the most. So build something that matters. Build something worth your name. And when people talk about you 30 years from now, let them say, they saw what no one else could see, and had the courage to make it real. I'll see you on the next one.